Hey everybody, this is Lisa, and this is a reading for the sign of Taurus. It's a general reading, so it probably won't resonate for everybody. That's fine. It's a timeless reading. I feel that readings will find you when they're meant to find you. I'm going to be looking into recent past energies, current situation, and near future energies. And actually, when I was lighting the candle, um, something that just popped into my head was, what about me? I don't know if this is you asking, what about me? If somebody else is asking, what about me? Kind of like somebody feeling left out of something. So, it'll be interesting to see if that shows up further. Sometimes phrases will just pop in before I do readings and things. So anyway, keep that in mind. What about me? I'll probably forget it 5 minutes from now, knowing me. But anyway, so this is a general reading. Like I said, it won't resonate for all of you. That's fine. If it does, great. And I'll go ahead and get started here for you Taurus watchers. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Taurus, please? What messages do you have for the sign of Taurus? What does Taurus need to hear the most right now? Thank you. 2 more cards, please. What messages does Taurus need to hear? 1 more card, please, for the sign of Taurus. Thank you. Ten of Wands. Somebody may have betrayed you. You may have felt betrayed recently. 10 of Wands, it's that feeling of being stabbed in the back or somebody betraying you. Because it's a 10, it's the ending of a cycle, but it also means the beginning of something else. So it's like you're moving away from something and towards something else. This is your recent past, and she's moving right towards your current energy here. Your current energy was, or is, Page of Swords. It could be you're starting something, starting school, starting a new idea. Could be relating to this moving on from the 10 of Swords. I'm sorry, this is not even the 10 of Swords. I'll be okay. I'll be okay, really. It's been a rough week. 10 of Wands. Okay, so this is carrying a heavy load. So you've been carrying a heavy load on your back, feeling weighed down with something. Maybe working too much, feeling overextended, really just carrying a lot of baggage, which you can see right here. And why I called that the 10 of Wands, I do not know. I'm sorry, the 10 of Swords. Oh my gosh. Okay, really. Anyway, Page of Swords. Like I was saying, swords can be, they're about thoughts. It could be going to college, going back to college, school, learning something, just a new idea of some kind. And then you have, in your near future, 6 of Swords. Not the 10 of Swords, but 6 of Swords. Moving out of a stormy water. So moving out of a kind of a chaotic period. Maybe some miscommunication, some arguments with somebody. Bottom of the deck, another sword card. 2 of Swords. This is maybe not seeing the truth, maybe being confused between two different thoughts, two choices. A lot of times this can mean that we have a self-imposed blinder on. So there's something we should be seeing, but we're not seeing. So let's see what else we get. I'm going to clarify this Ten of Wands to see what you've been kind of weighed down with here recently, and what's going on with that. Spirit, please clarify the Ten of Wands. Why is the Ten of Wands here? Can you please clarify the Tower? So something changed recently. It may be that you've just let go of what has felt like a burden to you, all of this baggage. The Tower is about something changing. It's a shake-up. It's an energy shake-up. Something in your life changed recently. Usually the Tower card, this is something that's coming from the universe. It's not something we're really in charge of. If you don't change something, so if you didn't get rid of this baggage you were carrying, this heavy load, the universe will do it for you somehow. Something will happen to change that for you. Another card actually came out, the Sun card, this is a great card. Happiness card. Could just be that, if you're going through this Tower moment, or if you did go through this Tower moment recently, you're feeling more happy about it. You've gotten rid of this load, this heavy weight on your back, gotten rid of that, and now you're moving towards, a happier life. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. Four of Cups is an emotional card. It can mean you're not seeing what's being given to you, or you're not grateful for what you have right now. You're kind of oblivious to somebody giving you something. A lot of times what they're trying to give you is emotional in nature. Could be support, friendship, love. This can mean kind of boredom, not really caring. It's just like, yeah, whatever it is what it is kind of energy, for whatever reason. So that was on the bottom of the deck. Let's see what we get on here for the Page of Swords. Well, the Page of Swords, she's in the current energy situation here. Spirit, why is the Page of Swords here, please? Please clarify the Page of Swords. Thank you. Knight of Swords. So this is Knight of Swords is a lot of energy movement forward. Swords are pretty fast in the way that they move in the time frame. So it could be that you've got a new way of thinking with the Page of Swords. Maybe you decided that, I'm not going to do all this work anymore. Whatever this baggage was that you've got rid of, or you're trying to get rid of, and you're just pushing forward with that, determined to not take that load on again, for your own, well-being. Bottom of the deck, Death in reverse. Now, normally this is, the ending of something and the beginning of something else. This deck, it says death, rebirth. So something dies, something else is born, or something changes, so something else can begin, much like the Tower card. This was in reverse though, so it could be that you're resisting the change a little bit, and that might be why it was in the reverse, or you're not wanting it to really end. Maybe you're just been forcing yourself, or maybe because you got the Tower here, you know, feeling like you were forced to do this. I don't feel that though. I don't feel like you were forced. I don't feel, I mean, even if it was something you had to do and not by choice, it feels like you've been dealing with it pretty well, is just the feeling that I'm getting from this. Let me see what we got for the Six of Swords. Spirit, please clarify the Six of Swords. Why is the Six of Swords here, please? Why is the Six of Swords here for Taurus? Please clarify. Six of Swords, please. Why is the Six of Swords here? Five of Swords. Yeah, you might backtrack a little bit with this. Five of Swords, that can be a feeling of defeat. Feeling defeated, you know, maybe that when you're trying to move out of this feeling, which would be the Six of Swords, that you might backtrack a little with that. Something might stop you, probably your own thought process. Maybe some confusion, which would be normal if you're going through a change. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands, and this one's about movement. This is fast moving energy. It's fire energy, which makes sense with the swords here because they're also fast moving energy. Let me get my other deck to clarify some more. Spirit, why is the Ten of Wands here, please? What else can you tell me about this Ten of Wands? Why is the Ten of Wands here? Alright, thank you. So clarifying, the Ten of Wands is the Tower, which is the same card we've got down here. It's just a different deck. So it really feels like something, the universe has propelled you to push yourself forward, to get out of whatever this is that maybe you've been holding on to. I'll get another card also. Bottom of the deck, Six of Swords. Same card that you have there. Oh, okay, I got cards flying out. Nine of Swords just flew out. I was getting ready to shuffle again. That's also that is this being kind of controlled by your own thoughts. I got cards flying out and I'm not ready. Give me a moment here, Spirit. Hold on. Give me a moment. Okay. Let me get another card just because the Tower would come out again on this Ten of Wands. Okay. Let's see. Page of Wands. It's it's a new way of moving forward. Pages are new energy. It's like releasing the ending of this cycle or whatever this load was, and starting kind of with a fresh perspective, I guess is what I want to say. Then you have Awakening. This is actually, in most decks, it's the Judgment card. This is where we're judging ourselves. You might be judging yourself too harshly. This usually, when I get this card, it's never as if somebody else is judging you, and you really don't have another card for that anyway to reflect that. This is kind of seeing ourselves how we are, acknowledging different ways of that we might be doing things that aren't, the best way that we should be doing them, and doing something to change that. So this is actually the Judgment card. This is a major arcana card. So this is not something we're doing day to day. It's not a sword, it's not a minor arcana. This is the universe saying, like, it's time to take a good look and see what can be changed. And this is right here next to this. It's next to the sun, but it's also next to this Tower card. So, after this change starts, it's like you've really taken a good look at yourself to see what you can change about yourself, to see what parts of you might need to be changed, to see maybe a new way of doing things. Let me get more on the Page of Swords. Spirit, why is the Page of Swords here, please? Please tell me why the Page of Swords is here. Please clarify. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so Wheel of Fortune, this is about, again, it can be the ending of a cycle. But then with the ending is something new. So you could be, it's sitting next to this Page of Swords here. It could just be reflecting of starting something new. Wheel of Fortune, it's a change in your life in some shape or form. So that's not a bad thing. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot, which is being propelled forward, taking movement forward, and trying to remain balanced in how you're doing things day to day. The Chariot is a major arcana card, so that's a universal. Universe is more in charge with this than you are, but it's also knowing spiritually how to move forward, and using everything you have within you to move forward, not relying on external things to move forward. Let me get some more on the Knight of Swords. Spirit, why is the Knight of Swords here, please? Can you please clarify the Knight of Swords? Why is the Knight of Swords here? Thank you. The Devil, but it was in reverse. The Devil can be feeling bound by those parts of us that are more toxic. Just like I was talking about with the Judgment card, the Awakening card here. I feel like this is just saying that you're going to be really working on changing any kind of toxic traits you might have. You know, maybe you overeat, maybe you play video games too much, maybe you are a workaholic. Getting rid of those more toxic things that have more to do with you, your personality, you know, how you do things, how you treat other people, that type of thing. Bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles. It's about, you know, putting in new effort and energy into something. Maybe trying to decide between two different things. Let me get more on the Six of Swords. Actually, I'm going to get another one on the Devil here. Spirit, why is the Devil here? Why is the Devil here in reverse, please? Thank you. Yeah, the Fool. It's like you're really going to be jumping into making these changes within yourself for the better. It's like you've gone through this period of kind of a transformation, doing maybe some shadow work, some deep healing, and then moving forward, you know, just taking that leap, saying, okay, you know, I'm ready to move forward now. Got the Six of Swords in the near future, which is moving away from you know, stormy seas, moving away from a turbulent period in your life, maybe, or a turbulent relationship. Okay, I was not ready for that. What flipped out? Knight of Cups. Okay, let's just keep that in mind. Keep that on the back burner right now. Spirit, why is the Six of Swords here, please? Please clarify the Six of Swords. Why is the Six of Swords here? Thank you. Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's a new truth, starting something new, a new way of thinking. Swords are thoughts. They can be conflict if it's a number 5 of Swords. If it's a 6, although the 6 is kind of starting to move away from any kind of conflict. Ace of Swords, it's that new way of thinking. It's knowing the truth, knowing what has to be done, you know, clarity. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. Be careful that once you start moving forward, once you gain this clarity, that you're not blinded by something. Two of Swords, you know, it can be blinded to what the truth is. It could mean a conflict of deciding two things to do. In this deck, it's interesting because her face is blank to signify being blindfolded or blinded to the truth. She's holding two masks, and each one is different. It's kind of like, you know, we wear a mask depending on, you know, we might wear one mask at work, one mask with our family, one mask with our friends, you know, to kind of, it's like becoming a chameleon of sorts, where you're going to, you know, blending in to fit in. Don't fight between the two masks. Just, you know, be authentic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Just be authentic to yourself, and don't worry about what's going on with everybody else. Don't worry about trying to fit in. Don't worry about trying to blend in or what people will think of you. Spirit, please clarify this Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords here, please? Thank you. The Hermit. So it might take some time. It might take some time to move forward with this new way of thinking, this new truth. You might have to, you know, if you start to backslide and you're in this Five of Swords thought process where you're feeling defeated, just take a step back. If somebody is making you feel defeated, then move back away from them. Take a time out from them. Say, hey, you know, I need a break. You know, a lot of times when I get that way, you know, if I don't talk to my best friend in a day or two, she'll text me like, what's going on? You good? You know, you're all right? That kind of thing. Because she usually, I've known her for so long, she knows that if I'm quiet for a period of time, something's more than likely going on. And sometimes that's just, I kind of introvert back in just to deal with whatever it is I'm trying to deal with. So a lot of times this hermit energy can be a good thing, you know, because you're kind of taking control of this chaos, this, you know, maybe this overwhelming thought process, and stepping back and saying, okay, I gotta reel it in here and recenter and regroup, reground myself, you know, relax, whatever it is you need to do to accomplish that, basically. Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This could represent somebody from your past, or it could represent trauma from your past. It could represent healing trauma from your past. This whole thing actually might represent healing some type of trauma from your past, because you've got the Ten of Wands, you know, feeling all of this baggage, a change happening to where you're really starting to look within at yourself. Then you've got the change happening, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, where you're jumping off here, and the Sword energy of maybe confusion at times. This could mean dealing with something that happened to you a long time ago, or it could mean something that happened with somebody else a long time ago, or somebody from your past. It could mean they're returning, but that's not really what I'm feeling with this. It just, to me, it kind of feels like dealing with all of these thoughts and stuff. A lot of times it, you know, brings up old emotions, old emotional baggage that we also have to deal with, you know, to heal it. So be aware of that energy. Let me get some advice from Spirit here. Spirit, what advice do you have for the sign of Taurus, please, for this? What advice do you have for Taurus? Thank you. 2 more cards, please, for the sign of Taurus. Thank you. 1 more card, please. Eight of Swords. Don't get stuck in those self-defeating thoughts. Eight of Swords. This is kind of it's when your own thoughts take over. It's overthinking, overthinking to the point of not seeing things clearly. Spirit doesn't want you to backtrack with this. They want you to stay in your truth, because you've got the Magician card here, which means you've got the tools that you need to manifest what you want. You can manifest yourself out of this Eight of Swords type of thinking process. This is self-imposed. This is not being able to sleep, because there's, you know, you're just thinking, overthinking. Sometimes you're thinking about stuff that's not even the truth, you know, exaggerating the truth. Just rambling with thoughts. Too many thoughts. Spirit saying, hey, you know, when you feel this coming on, reach into that toolbox, that magician's hat. Took me a second to think of what I wanted to say. Pull those tricks out of that hat that you have and pull yourself back out of that type of thinking. And then Knight of Wands, this is fire energy. It's energy forward. Knight of Wands, this represents a lot of movement forward. Keep moving forward with this. Don't look back. Don't live in the past of what's happened. You know, you've brought it up to the surface here with this awakening. And then with the Fool, you're moving forward. So once you move forward with this Fool energy, don't go back. Don't turn around. Don't look in your rearview mirror. Don't, you know, it's done. It's the past. Try to live in the present moment. That's the easiest way not to get caught in the stinking thinking, is what some people call it, or I don't know, somebody used to call it that in my life at some point. Don't get caught up in the stinking thinking, this Eight of Swords, you know, where you're just feeling really trapped by all these crazy thoughts. Use those tools that you have, that you were born with. We were all born with it. And pull them out of that, pull all those tricks out of that magician's hat and move forward like this knight with this wand energy. Keep propelling forward. Keep moving forward. Because that is the best way to go with this. I hope this helped for some of you, Taurus. If it did, don't forget to share this video, please. Hit that like button and the subscribe button. If you hit subscribe, you'll get notified whenever I upload new readings for Taurus. I hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.